Welcome to the Everything Embodiment Podcast, where I will help you find peace, understanding, and love all within your human body, enhancing your mind-body connection through the exploration of vast ideas, concepts, and modalities, discussions all meant to propel you along your own unique spiritual journey. I'm your host, Amber Miller. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Amber Miller. I took a little break for summer vacation, and I'm so excited to be back with a brand new episode. Today, I'm joined by a human design expert for a really powerful conversation about how to use human design in practical everyday life, but also especially as we navigate the shifts and changes that come with midlife as women. If you've been curious about how human design can guide your decisions, help you honor your energy, and give you clarity in this season of life, you are going to love this conversation. I'm so excited for today's guest, Marissa Gordon. We first met years ago in an Angel Reiki training, and I've been following her amazing human design content ever since. Marissa is one of those people who just gets energy on a deep level. She's an intuitive, a creative, and a human design guide with so much wisdom to share, especially for those of us navigating the big shifts that come in midlife. Marissa, welcome.
Oh, thank you. What a honor to be here and what a great intro. I am starting to blush now.
Oh, I've been watching you for
Yeah.
years. You got your journals. I love your little pop-up pictures when you are out and about in your community.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just really excited to chat today.
Awesome. I am so happy to be here. And any chance I get to yap about human design, let's do it, right?
Definitely.
Um, so really, I don't know, you want a little backstory, an intro?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go.
Okay. Honestly, human design fell in my lap. I don't even really remember what happened. I think I was pregnant with my third child, and I was in one of those crunchy moms groups on Facebook, and someone had mentioned something about this human design. I was like, "Well, what is this?" And it piqued my curiosity. So I went and I don't comment. I lurk in those groups. And so I went and I clicked the link, and I think it was the original system. And when I got my chart, it said I was a projector. And then it said, wait for the invitation. And I was like, I I don't know if I can swear, but
Let it rip.
okay. I was like, that's so freaking stupid. I have to wait to be invited to things. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go out and make stuff happen, right? And so I kind of didn't really do much with it, but it was in the back of my mind.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I think it was around the time I got notice I was about 5 months pregnant and I got laid off from a corporate job. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It felt like it was a dark night of the soul. I was crashing out.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing things on the internet about human design. I was like, okay, well, I'm getting these signs. Let me just re explore it again. And when I went back in, I don't know what it was, but I finally had that light bulb moment where it all gelled. And I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay. Well, this isn't as constricting and restrictive as I thought. Wow, this is really powerful."
Interrupt and to ask, you seeing the content for human design and responding, was that you responding to the invitation?
I think so. And I
Okay.
think how I see the invitation is it's twofold. First off, as projectors, I see you can get invitations not just from people. That's when you're interacting with other people's auras, right? You have to be invited as a projector. It's kind of icky to be inserting yourself into somebody else's aura. You need consent. So, but if you get an idea to start a business, for example, or you get an idea to go get a hobby, you don't need to sit around and wait to be invited for that, right? If God, universe, source says, "Hey, I want you to do this," to me that's an invitation. And I
Yeah.
don't remember where I heard that along my journey, and I said, "Oh, it felt so much more empowering
Yeah.
than like." And a lot of times, every human design type has to wait in some way, shape, or form. We're not all out here, even manifestors, they have to wait for that creative urge. Like, yeah, they can go out and initiate things, but they have to get that spark.
Yeah.
And the generators have to like wait to respond to things,
Yeah.
and reflectors waiting that whole like 28-day cycle. So,
I
right?
am not, that's wild for me. I'm a generator. And when I
Yeah.
was reading that the reflectors have to wait like a moon cycle, I was like, what?
But and they're so different
Yeah.
from like the rest of us are solar types, and reflectors are the only lunar type. And I think that's like so incredibly cool. Like I geek out when I see a reflector, and more so like you see them online. I'm like they're
Yeah.
in my sphere, but I was at a local event and I had a reading with someone and I had to stop myself from fangirling because I was like, "Oh my God, you're a reflector. Like, do you know you're 1% of the
I was
population?"
gonna say they're rare, right? Because
Yes.
I don't know any. My son, I know I got nervous when I started learning about human design. I, of course, looked up my whole family. Me, my husband, my daughter, generator, 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 my son, projector. I'm like, oh.
Oh, how lucky are you to have a guide in your family?
Yes, so he is 4, and I
Oh,
am trying to be really aware and sensitive that his
mhm.
energy is just different.
Yeah. And so good that you have this awareness now
Yes,
because I know, like, as I was growing up, like, my parents, obviously, our parents do the best that they can.
of
And,
course.
they don't always have that awareness, especially the older generations. But, like, as a projector, knowing that you need a little bit more time to go play by yourself, like,
Yeah,
and like to invite them into like, what do you think about this, or what would you like for dinner, and asking those open-ended questions for non-sacral types, so for the projectors or manifestors. That's really important because we can't harness that same sacral energy. Like the sacral works in those yes or no's,
yeah.
and like us non-sacrals, like we get conditioned into the ahas and ahs, but we really respond like, what do you think? So, and especially like when they're so little, they're so like up to 7. I think the aura is still developing up until age 7. And they're just, they're like little sponges. And it's
Yeah.
so cool to see like their natural state, right?
I'm excited to have this as a tool to guide parenting and how I can parent each child for their energy type. I've been just really aware of, he just doesn't bounce back as fast after a long
Mhm.
weekend, and
Yep.
that's okay. And
Yes.
I'm aware of it and we work with it.
Oh, that's so good. I'm like, I love to see like human design IRL, right? It's
Yeah.
like, okay. And that's what the original like teachings were for. It's like human design is for the children so that we don't over condition them. Like
Yeah.
conditioning happens no matter what, but like really honoring each person's design.
And as a side note, but my son is old enough for TK, and I just was like, no, because they require it to be 5 days a week, whereas preschool you can drop in whenever you want, just at our school system. So I was,
Mhm.
oh, they were saying like, oh, hey, TK is so great, and I think it is, but I just know that my son, he's got time to go to school 5 days a week. We don't have to start it yet. And
Right.
I know that if I didn't have that awareness of his energy, I
Mhm.
would have probably enrolled him. Anyway, real life application.
Yes, I love it. Like this is the stuff I really like nerd out on, is like actually seeing it. And that's really why I focused, like refocused what I'm doing on, okay, it's one thing to understand human design logically, right? Like you
Mhm.
can read the teachings, you can read the books, I got the certifications. It honestly took me a while to figure it out in my body.
I love that. And I
Mhm.
appreciate and understand that definitely. I have really looked at it as a kind of understanding who I am. I've looked through that lens of self-discovery. And then I use it as a tool in the way I parent my kids. And today we're going to talk about how to use it during midlife for women. And I would love for you to explain how we can use this tool.
Yeah, so it's kind of very similar to parenting. It's almost like we're reparenting ourselves, and that's how I see, human design, and that's why I'm all about like rewilding our energy, rewilding our like our soul self, because Most of us women have spent most of our lives doing what we thought we should do.
Yeah.
The shoulds, like the careers, the partners, the family, the approvals. And oftentimes, like I know just from personal experience, when I hit midlife, there was this point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is not sustainable. This isn't me. Something has to change. And it's like, I didn't want to like burn my whole life down, right? But I wanted to stop wearing the masks and like being the good girl. Like, that was the identity that I had for so long is like, the good girl, I do what I'm told. When I started honoring my design, I started living like from like who I actually am. So yeah, like, okay, I have all these external things that show me that I'm successful, but what do I really want? And I think it is like a shift in this like midlife time period. And I've seen it like called like our second season. And I love that because like midlife isn't this crisis moment. It's not this like, oh my gosh, my life is over. It's like, no, my life is really beginning now.
Yeah.
Right. And like human design has helped me just have the language and the understanding to make it practical. So, like, really the basics, your type, strategy, and authority. And
Hmm.
I tell everybody that I will die on this hill that if the only things that you apply are your type, strategy, and authority, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
As a generator, learning to use and listen to my sacral
mhm.
has been just a game changer.
Yeah.
And I kind of sad it took me probably 37 years to find that out.
But that's okay. Like, and now you know, like, oh, okay, I have this like inner guidance system that will never steer me wrong. Like, it just won't. Like, your sacral either has energy for something or it doesn't.
Yeah, and
And that's
learning
so
to hear
cool.
it and trust it has been a real journey in self-discovery.
Right.
Learning to listen to that tool. What would you say is a common aha moment women tend to have when they see their chart for the first time at this middle age?
I would say, like, this common thread is, oh, I
Yeah,
I get it. Like, and it's almost like just I can see it physically, like in their energy, like that light bulb, like the light switch goes on. Like, oh, they can finally give themselves permission
yeah.
to be who they are.
That must be really exciting for you to be a part of.
It is. That's the joy that I get from doing this type of work is like, oh my gosh, like helping people, even if it's just one little thing that they can apply to their lives, to me, that's more than enough.
Yeah. So you touched on by middle age, we've had years of conditioning.
Mhm.
What does the deconditioning process actually look like in real life?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if I was ready for that, but
Okay,
let me
take
tap into it.
sure, sure.
Um, like me personally, deconditioning was like really listening to
Yeah,
myself, like trusting that I already have everything I need. Like you hear it, like you hear the slogans, like everything you need is already within you.
yeah,
And you're like, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. But
yeah,
like, no, it's true. Like, because like you wouldn't have incarnated in this lifetime without some kind of plan. Like, and
yeah,
that's where like human design is that map, for a lack of a better term. But like deconditioning is really like that listening to yourself and that trusting. So I see like self-trust as a big piece. And it's a journey. Like it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to look at your
yeah,
chart one day and then the next day be like, "Oh, I'm fully healed. I'm fully deconditioned.
yeah,
I'm ready to go." Like no, it's like self discovery journey and your awakening journey. It's in layers. It's almost like a spiral. And like you're going to
yeah.
be shown those things over and over again until you fully like step into that.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah.
So, if you were a woman that had spent just years people pleasing and, not feeling safe to just take up space, just doing I don't want to say the right thing. You know what I mean? Like doing
Mhm.
how you said on paper, everything looked successful and great, but on the inside you were just still feeling it. So say the woman is starting to have the awareness that she has been living out of alignment. How do you start honoring your strategy and authority?
That's like, I think one small step at a time.
Okay.
Like each small decision, like, and even just starting with the small decisions, like, what do I want to have for dinner? Like, where should we
Yeah.
go on vacation?
Oh, that's good. Just
Right.
start
Like,
with that.
right. And just make it practical. Like, you don't have to go big or go home. Like, you can just,
Yeah. Should I quit my job or not? Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, I can't tell you what to do with there, but listen to that strategy and authority. And it's,
Start with some low pressure
yeah,
decision.
right. And
Got
it's
it.
like, and then when you can, your body feels safe enough, like, oh, this decision, like, it it didn't steer me wrong, right? This
Yeah.
decision led me in the right direction. Ooh, this feels good. Then your body then is like, oh, okay, like we're doing the thing. Like she's listening to me, right? Yeah,
Okay.
it's really like it. I feel like it's freeing to start really trusting yourself.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I can attest to that for
Yeah.
sure. Do you see a specific phase in the design that gets activated around age between like 40 and 50?
Yeah, that is an amazing question too. When we hit, like I think it's like 38, 39, 40-ish, we hit our Uranus opposition. I believe that's what it is, because Chiron returns in your 50s.
That's my next question.
Yes. And that's like it's almost this visceral shift, and you can feel it, but you can't explain it. And I know I hit that moment after I was in my business for a while and going through like all these iterations and just like I felt this pull. Like I didn't know what it was and I didn't have words to explain it, but I'm like, I can't keep doing things this old way because they're not working.
Hmm.
So let me just take these steps and have this almost like blind faith, which was really hard and it's still hard, that I'm being led in a direction. And almost it's like humans don't fully mature until midlife,
Yeah.
biologically speaking. So like I said before, it's like it's not the end, this is the beginning. And a lot of times I see people like with a six profile, like a six line in their profile, they feel that even more.
I'm a
It's
four
like
six.
you're a 4-6. Okay. So definitely feeling that a little bit more because you have those three phases of
Yeah.
life, right? It's like, okay, like the first 30-ish years until your Saturn return are like bumping into a lot of things, almost like a three line. And then like, 30 to around like 50 is this like detached on the roof where you're like continuing to gather that wisdom. And then like 50 on, you are sharing that for the world.
When I first was understanding my chart, kind of like how you had that opinion about, or, that feeling to having to
Mhm.
wait for the invitation, I was like, I have to wait till I'm 60 to be successful? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no. And that's what like the traditional human design language like does feel a little constricting, but I think there's like more empowering language out there now.
Hmm.
And I studied with Karen Curry Parker, who is all about language and like the language that we speak is powerful. Like words are power. So no, you're not restricted. Like you can step into your power now, and then it'll get even more potent as you continue to gain that wisdom.
And it actually, once I, learned a little more, it really helped me to have grace with myself that my first 30 years were for making mistakes and exploring and learning. And it just helped me be a lot more kind to younger me.
Yes. Right. And like, again, reparenting yourself that it's like this was all for a purpose. This was
Yeah.
all to get that information that I needed, my soul needed to continue on this path.
Yeah. It really helped me feel, I guess I just felt seen,
Yeah. And that's like all. humans really want. Like one of our core needs is to be seen, not just projectors. Like we're not the only ones that want to be recognized. It's like every human being, like we want to be seen.
Yeah. I mentioned my next question. I did have a question written down. Is there a connection between human design and the life cycles like Uranus opposition or the Chiron return? So,
There are. I'm not an expert in those, but I know enough to be dangerous.
yes.
So, yeah, that Uranus opposition, and then I have a couple of friends who are going through their Chiron return right now and really feeling it. Like anything that is in the way of your soul expressing itself to the highest and fullest, it will be like will be pulled away.
Cleared away.
Yeah, it will be cleared away for you. Like if you are not like when they talk about the traditional like midlife crisis, it's like, when people are so far off the path, no, the universe will knock you back onto your path.
So what age about do you remember what the Chiron return starts?
It's somewhere, I don't quote me, but like 38-ish, but you can feel it earlier into like 40.
Oh, I'm right there.
Yeah.
I just turned 39, so we're in it.
Yeah.
Oh, my next question after that was, is there such a thing as human designed midlife crisis? And how do we turn it into a midlife awakening instead?
Ooh, yes, that is like my like big thing. Like if you see like my hashtags, I always use like midlife awakening because that's what I see it is. It's like it's almost like a reckoning, but in a positive way, right? Like all those roles that you've played in your 20s and 30s, they just stop fitting. They're like,
Yeah,
that sweater that's too small anymore because you shrunk it in the dryer. But it's like this, like, I feel it as this urgency to do the people pleasing
yeah.
is gone. It's like it fades. And I don't know if you've seen online the We Do Not Care Club on TikTok. And it's like, it's almost like, okay, like in a loving way, I don't care anymore. Like I'm here to be me. I'm here to express myself. And but sometimes it can be this liminal space and this void space of like, okay, I'm not who I used to be. So who am I now?
Yeah,
And that's where I see like human design giving you this language and this permission to be like, I've been me all along. I've just kind of hidden it, right?
yeah. Many women hit a point where they say, I don't even know who I am anymore. I feel like we've kind of touched on this.
Yep.
Human design supports that kind of soul level rediscovery. So
Hmm.
let's say you're the woman who's ready to just burn it all down and start fresh. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess so. Blending a little bit of astrology here, talking South Node, North Node.
Yeah.
For me personally, I had a lot of people pleasing tendencies, and I didn't even realize that one, it was kind of like childhood wounds
Hmm.
manifesting in my adult self, you know?
Yep.
So I've done so much work to sit with that and heal that and clear that. So now I'm realizing that like my whole identity in my like late teens, 20s was like basically a trauma response to
Yeah.
emotional
Hmm.
neglect as a kid. So
Right.
I was definitely at that point of like, who am I? Because
Yeah.
I just wanted to be like a wife and a mom and just like mother anyone that came on my path. And now I'm
Hmm.
realizing that's just was my own wounds
Yeah.
wanting to be healed. So yeah, now I was at that part of needing to understand some self-discovery
Hmm.
to who am I?
Yes. And it's really almost like giving yourself that grace and permission that you can have multiple purposes,
Yeah,
multiple identities, and giving that space to it's okay that I'm not that anymore.
yeah,
And that served its purpose and it kept me safe in that time frame. And now I can just trust that whatever is next, easier said than done, is is what's right for me and what's correct for me. And like decoding your own energy is just one piece. And but it does give you like almost like a starting point to
yeah.
say, okay. Like I have some like humans, we want something tangible, right? Like
Of
we want
course.
something that like helps us. And it's just
Yeah.
like one piece of the or one tool in the toolbox. So yeah, so I get where you're coming from. Very similar.
Women in their 40s and 50s navigate many identity shifts, like kids growing up, career pivots, changing bodies. Have you personally had some adjustment in these categories, and how have you used your human design to have grace with the discomfort of the evolution?
Yeah, how about all of the above? Like I mentioned before, I mean, I had my last child when I was 38. Don't quote me.
Okay.
Going on 38. So navigating those body changes, I didn't really even realize. Now I look back on it, I really dealt with a lot of postpartum depression, anxiety, postpartum rage.
Yeah.
And the proud version of me didn't want to ask for help. But looking at that was like hormonal shifts too.
Yeah.
Like, and the body image, like I'm not, my body isn't how I looked like in my 20s, but knowing that I have, again, like I mentioned, like tools in my toolbox to help me like support myself. Like I
Mhm.
don't need to look outside anymore. Like I have all of these tools. Like I have my meditation practice, my movement practice. I have all these things that I can say, okay, what do I need today? Like, and I don't necessarily, I think I'm going off on a tangent, but
Not yet.
yeah. And then that the career shift, I was like, the universe literally moved that old job out of my way. Like I probably, if I didn't get laid off, would have stayed there forever. And it
I
was
understand that.
toxic. It was not aligned. It wasn't the best use of my projector energy and my wisdom. So the universe said, "Girl, we're pushing you like out of the
Yeah.
nest, go fly." And, the relationship with my husband has actually improved since becoming more self-aware and not even like he just lets me do my thing with human design. I don't try to force anything on him, but
Same
noticing,
with mine.
right? the but the energy feels different. And what's
Yeah.
interesting, like I'm going to get off on a little tangent here, is in relationships, there's harmonics. In like he's a manifesting generator, like through and through, does not need anybody. He doesn't need my guidance. But our profile lines, like he's a 5-1 and I'm a 2-4. And if you look at the hexagrams, those are harmonics. So they
Okay.
really, everyone always said, like, you guys are so different, but you get along so well. And I've noticed, like, as we've been maturing,
Yeah.
that's become more apparent, right?
That's awesome. I love that. Do you ever get any like couple readings? Do you ever do anything like that?
I've been asked to do that, and I don't like to do too much relationship stuff. Like I find it fascinating. Like I'll
Yeah.
go in and see like how the electromagnetics and the charts. I was like, ooh, like it makes this like whole new energy together. But I'm all like, I want to be the bearer of good news.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you see like two people who are just not compatible, it doesn't, two charts that aren't compatible doesn't mean it can't work. It just means
Yeah.
maybe there's a little more work to
Yeah.
do in the relationship. But
Yeah.
I totally geek out. Like I go in
Yeah.
with my chart software and I was like, oh, okay, let's see these two people together.
I totally get that. I've been really kind of deep diving astrology,
Oh
and
yeah.
so kind of the same thing. There's some charts that pop up for certain questions or situations where I'm just like, oof, how can I
Hmm.
flip this to be a little more empowering?
Right. Yes.
That's awesome. Is there anything you'd like to cover that we haven't touched on?
I don't know. I think that's like really, it's just knowing that your design, your soul chose this design, right? Like even with all of the challenges in it, with the push-pull energy and with the the hurdles that you have to go through, your soul chose that for a reason. Like it's to help expand and grow as like a spiritual being and having this human experience. So your chart isn't the end all be all, right? We don't live in a vacuum.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just one other way to, again, build that self-awareness. And especially when we're navigating these big life transitions and these career changes, the empty nests, and I've got a long way for that too. But um, it just helps us really like come back home to who we
Yeah.
truly are.
And I love that it's another, like you have mentioned a few times, it's a tool in the toolkit. And it just fits in so seamlessly with like astrology or understanding the soul contracts and everything. It's
Yeah.
another tool to self-discovery and helping you just come back to yourself.
Yeah.
And as a side note about we chose this, I can't remember which gate it is, but it's like the struggle gate. Like
Oh, yes.
I have that. I'm like, why did I pick
Yeah,
that?
why did I choose this? Right? And it's like that struggle gate is really finding the meaning in the struggle to step into your purpose.
Yeah.
You have just the gate or the whole channel.
I'm not sure. I don't
Okay. It's either 28 or 38. The whole channel is the 28,
know.
38.
So I have 38, 28. Oh, I think I have the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yes. And it's really like I see that like frequently in my fractal of charts that I look at is it's really the higher expression of that is finding the deeper meaning in these struggles, which in your work and just watching you, like you're doing that like naturally. Like, yeah, it's freaking tough to
Yeah.
go through that S storm, right? It's like it's a lot, but your soul wouldn't have chose that if you couldn't handle it.
I like that. And I feel like I'm able to look back on my childhood and my life, up to this point, and I am able to see it from like a different angle, like these things that on the surface are just shitty, you
Yeah.
know? And
Mhm.
but I really have noticed that I have just an awareness,
Mhm.
the empowering version of that event.
Yep.
And so without even having known my human design, that was something that I kind of knew about myself. But I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I made things challenging.
Yeah.
And then I also have, what is it, optimism when like sometimes I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so things are hard and I am like delusionally optimistic.
And that, to me, that's a beautiful trait to have because, like, if we don't have that, right, it's like we get stuck in those lower frequencies.
Yeah.
And like every gate like has those like, and that's what the gene keys are for too, to like help you like explore like the shadows and like how can I transcend those and like step into that like those higher expressions, and you're already naturally doing that.
Yeah, it all tracks. It all checks out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. How can people find you?
Oh my gosh, they can find me. I'm usually hanging out on Instagram at Rewild by Design or my website, rewildbydesign.com. I
And
do have a free, if I can plug it, my
of
free
course,
chart and audio. It's called Your Energy Snapshot, and they can get that right on my website. And it's awesome. Little 10-minute audio that tells you all about your human design type.
oh, that's so helpful. Oh my gosh, I love that you created that. I will put it in the show notes and then I have to just say sign up for Marissa's email list because it's you email about like every week, right? Or
Yeah, I try like
yeah.
once or twice a week, and
I love
Tuesdays I
your
try and
email.
put out like a transit, like where the sun's transiting.
Yeah,
But I
that's
love
been fun because it's funny. Me getting into astrology was kind of like you, how, you were aware of it, but you didn't do
it.
anything with it. So that was like me, and I'm just kind of getting to a point where I'm taking it more seriously. And it's just been really beautiful to tie that in with the weekly gate emails that you send because it's just another tool
Yeah,
to
bringing
navigate the
awareness.
energy. Yeah, so awesome. Well, I have loved catching up with you, and this was really a fun talk. I feel like I just have more understanding for myself, more appreciation for myself. And I'm excited to use these tools as I navigate this new era.
Yes, I love it, and thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this conversation gave you some practical insights into using human design to navigate midlife with more clarity, confidence, and ease. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future conversations, and feel free to share it with friends who might benefit from a little extra guidance in their own human design journey. I'd love to hear how you're applying what we've talked about today, so connect with me on TikTok or Instagram or even YouTube, and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, honor your energy, trust your design, and take good care of yourself.